Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days. So I've got a really special Mattel figure review for you. This is of a guy who really was the Brock Lesnar of my day when I was a child. He was somebody that was powerful, intimidating. He was in the main event scene. He was a one of a kind. It is Yokozuna. The Hall of Fame edition Yokozuna figure. Now I'm really excited to look at this. Before we do go through the figure, I just want to tell you a little bit more about him, because I like you guys to know really about the people, so that if you see this and you might not be familiar with Yokozuna, then it might just tell you a little more about them. He was in the AWA between 1984 to 1992, working with his family, who went by the name of the Samoans. They got called up and became the Head Shrinkers, and Yokozuna got called up as well. And very quickly, because of the size, I mean, this man's like over 500 pounds. Because of the size of him, they put him into that main event picture, thrust him into that main event. He won the 1993 Royal Rumble. He went to WrestleMania and fought against Bret Hart, won the title, lost it minutes later. Really, for me, this is the guy that killed Hulkamania, because Hulk Hogan was actually leaving to go to WCW, and his last match was in a defeat to Yokozuna. Because I didn't really watch WCW, that was it. Hulk Hogan was gone. Hulk Hogan, this larger-than-life person, you know, the face of the business, gone. And it was as a result of a match against this man. And then you had the whole Lex Luger thing. That was fantastic. Who could slam, or could anybody slam Yokozuna on the on that ship? I can't remember what it was called, but it was like this warship, and they had like all these football players coming down and giving it a go, and none of them could do it. And the last person, he came in by helicopter, and he was a heel at the time, Lex Luger, and he came and he picked him up and he slammed him, and everyone was going wild. And then there was this massive build for Lex Luger. Lex clearly was the person they were trying to make the new Hulk Hogan, and Lex was going around in his Lex Express, the coach, meeting people, and all went for this massive match at SummerSlam, which Lex won, but he didn't win the title. But this, you know, this isn't just another wrestler. This is an absolute legend, and you know, more than deserving to go into the Hall of Fame. He went in 2012. I can tell you, unfortunately, he passed away in the early 2000s. He actually died in England, I think, in Liverpool. He was doing some independent work, and yeah, it was a real shame. It's a real loss, because you know that he would still be making appearances if he was still around now. Interesting that the figure comes with 2 tag titles, because for all the stuff we've just mentioned, he was also a 2-time tag champion with Owen Hart. Now, I don't think we'll get an Owen Hart figure anytime soon, but at least this comes with 2 tag titles, so really looking forward to getting this open, having a look at it, and yeah, you know, seeing what the figure itself is like, because this more than deserves to go into the collection. So this is the packaging anyway. It's Hall of Fame packaging. Nothing really on the sides. On the back, no information or anything, just like an autograph signature there, and it says Class of 2012. Other ones in the series: Tito Santana, Hulk Hogan, and Eddie Guerrero. So it was a really strong Hall of Fame series. So let's get it open, and we'll have a look at the figure. So actually, before I throw that away, it's worth mentioning this Hall of Fame packaging is really smart. The back of that is really nice if you were like displaying on a shelf or something. So might be, you know, worth not chucking that away. Right, got the belts. Let's get the big man out. There we go. Okay. So first impressions of the figure are, I think it's really strong. I think the face scan's pretty decent. Really like the braided hair at the back. It's kind of in like a white attire. I know him better for his red attire, but the white's cool. I really don't like, and this is going to be wrong, but I really don't think that his ass is right. Like this extra piece of plastic they've put here, because as you can see on the sides, like his legs go up and then into this kind of ass piece. But I don't think this ass piece is quite right. From the back it looks alright, but just like when you move the legs and you can kind of see in there, just that looks a little bit off to me. I don't think they really needed this, so I'm not keen on that bit. All the other bits, I mean, there's no surprises or anything else along those lines. It's pretty standard. They've obviously had to make the figure, especially the body size, especially. The top part is obviously moves like all elites do, but this obviously is different because of the size of him. But the top joint does still move. It feels like it's on a bit of a ball, which is kind of smart. Head rotates as well. I mean, the articulation on this is brilliant. It's what you'd expect from like an elite figure. But yeah, it's just this bit here. It's not quite right for me. But the figure, I think the figure's all right. I'd give it a strong 7. I'd give that a strong 7. And then it comes with the 2 world title belts. These are the old style. They're not like the copper coin ones that we have now. I never had these. It's why I was so desperate to get this figure. But I did finally get one when they released the 1, 2, 3 Kid figure in one of the recent series. But you get 2 anyway. So, in fact, 2 might make sense because 1's not going to go around his waist. 1's not going to do anything. 2, I wonder if you put 2 together, if 2 will go around his waist. Yeah, it does, you know. Look at that, you can put a tag belt on him because you have to just attach them together. That looks all right, you know, from the front. I'm kind of into that. I'm into that. I think I'm going to display him that way. So, yeah, look, it's got a few flaws for me, but this is more than deserving to go into the collection. So, a really strong 7 out of 10. But just the man, you know, he's such an icon, he's such a legend, that it's just nice to have a couple of minutes just to tell you a little bit about him, and revisit some of those kind of cool early 90s memories. Cool, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at Wrestling Days UK. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it'd be brilliant if you did. Really would appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you again next time because we've got more toy hunts and more figure reviews on the way. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now. God, his legs slapping together make a terrible noise.